We welcome back to the program Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo, also the chair of the Board of License Commissioners, to update us on this week's board meeting and preview us on the upcoming presidential primary. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Okay, February, we were just saying before we started recording, is just flying by.
It certainly is. It certainly is. And we're doing a lot to prepare for the upcoming March 5th election. So yeah, it's fast coming and we're making it available for everybody. And I'll, hit on all those points once we finish our agenda.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, we look forward to that. It was pretty lengthy agenda, right? About 6 items, I think.
Yep, 6 items. Agenda item number one, hearing regarding the request of the Quincy Friends of Scouting for the special use permit 1-day liquor license for their fourth annual trivia night for the Scouts. The event is on March 2nd at the Masonic Temple of Quincy, 20 Greenleaf Street. The event begins at 6:30 p.m. This is Ray Theberg was there. Fun trivia night, raises funds for summertime camping trip for the Scouts. And always a good event. And that went through 5-0. Second on the agenda was hearing regarding the request of the Clifford Marshall and Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their third annual Family Fun Run and Wellness Expo on Saturday, June 1st from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the run begins at the Point Webster and concludes at the Clifford Marshall. Courtney Perdios was there and spoke about the event. Like I said, this is the third annual Family Fun Run. And then after that, they have things in the gym that workout stuff that the kids can do and parents get involved. There is donated oranges and bananas and granola bars. There's a water truck, and this is on June 1st from 9 a.m. to 11:30. You can run, you can walk, you can skip, jog. Um, just a fun event for the Quincy Point area.
It's really gotten very popular. I know folks really look forward to it now.
Yeah, it's big. Um, and last year they had it rained out, so they did it inside and sometimes, and so they have room to do both.
Excellent. And I
Um,
think even some of the parents even participate in this.
yeah, it's a fun event, and the Quincy Police are there to help, and they'll be there this year as well.
Let's hope the weather cooperates.
I know. Hopefully, we don't have another rainy summer.
Oh my gosh, it was like every weekend last summer.
I know, it was awful. Agenda item number three, the applicant withdrew, the event was canceled. However, we did hear from Mr. Dunn, the Bill Dunn Junior Memorial Road Race on June 29th from 8 to 12. This is the 15th year for that scholarship race, and always a big event. The Quincy Police, of course, will be there to help. It is a 5-mile run around Housneck, the hills of Housneck, made famous by this run, and it's always a good event with refreshments after. And that's again June 29th from 8 to 12, and that went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 4, hearing regarding the request of Harbor One Bank for a 1-day liquor license for an after-hour event on March 5th from 4:30 to 6:30 at 1 Chestnut Place. Nicole Landers was there. This is a private event for bank, and Mayor Koch will be there, and food, beer, and wine will be there from Liberty Tavern. This again, March 5th, a private event for the bank and for people that belong to the bank from 4:30 to 6:30. And the beer, food, and wine will be provided by Liberty Tavern. That went through 5-0. Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of ALS One Inc. for a charity wine pouring license for their fundraiser gala on March 8th at the Quincy Marriott at 1000 Marriott Drive. This license will permit donated wine to be served at the event. Ashley Corbin was there and spoke about the event and how, of course, important ALS funding is, and that Mary McKenna so graciously will donate the wine from the Sly Fox that will be poured at the event, and that went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of Kyoto Kitchen LLC doing business as Tapu for a common victual license for the premise located at 95 Franklin Street. Proposed manager Gio Quang Jilang. Proposed hours of operation 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Helen Shiner was there to talk about the business there at 95 Franklin Street. This is an American style Chinese food. It has 10 seats. This is the old Dunkin' Donuts on Franklin Street. They've worked closely with the management of the building to ensure that there should be no conflict between the traffic there. We know that that was an issue with the Dunks, and they've done stuff to mediate that issue there, and that this works different hours from the Dunkin' Donuts and their busy hours. So this probably, 10:30 being early, but that's for employees to come and start, working for the day, but that they don't open their doors until 11:30 for takeout. Mostly 80 to 85% of this business is going to be takeout with 10 seats there. Not seeing any issue. There are at least 10 parking spots there on that side. So that went through 5-0 as well. And our next hearing will be on March 12th.
And sounds like you had a full board present this week?
Yes, we did. Billy DeCarly from the Health Department sat in for Commissioner Castley.
Very good. Okay. And second order of business is the Super Tuesday presidential primary election, right?
Yes. So fast and furious, it's coming our way. We've sent out over 7,000 vote by mail ballots. We've got about 40% back in the mail. So we're still, getting those in daily. We're still getting in the cards daily. We sent out 360 ballots yesterday. The girls in our election department and vital statistics, Susan, our administrator for a licensing board, Joe Newton, working hard, to get everyone their ballot out in a timely manner and get them processed and back to us, has been, just outstanding. I can't say enough about the staff here in the election department and in the clerk's office and how dedicated they are to working these elections, and the poll workers coming in to work early voting, which let's talk about voter registration and party change. The last day to register to vote, the last day to make any party changes for the March 5th election, February 24th, will be here till 5 p.m. That's also the first day of early voting. So this Saturday, coming up, we'll be here from 8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. for early voting, voter registration, and last day for a party change. February 25th, we'll be here from 8:30 to 2:30 for early voting. That's Sunday. And then Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 in the council chamber for early voting. Deadline to request a mail-in ballot is February 27th. And that is that Tuesday? Yes.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, February 27th is the last day to request a mail-in ballot, 5 p.m. And then we have the presidential primary, March 5th. All 31 polling locations will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And is school in session that day, Nikki? No.
No, there's no school on March 5th. So that should make it easier for people to park, things like that. And we're still working on the logistics, but I think that we've made some progress in listening to what people had to say for the changes that we made to the polling locations. And quickly, if you want, I can go over those changes. Ward 6, Precinct 1 and 2 at North Quincy High School. Everybody is accustomed to voting in the gymnasium. However, we've brought on the poll pad and we're to check in. And what's important about that is just to have places to plug the poll pad in. And so for that, we've decided that to vote in the cafeteria would be easier because there's more electrical outlets in the cafeteria. Same entrance as the Hunt Street entrance will be utilized. However, we're working with the superintendent and school security. We think that it's a straight shot down to the cafeteria, that we'll try to leave one door open in the front of the building, which we've heard for many years that people like to park in the front there. So we're going to try to leave one door open in the front, and which will be door number 4. We'll have signage there and a security officer there at the front, so people can go right down and vote and come right back out at the front of the building. Southwest Middle School, Ward 4, Precinct 1, and Ward 5, 1 Granite Street, parking in the front and in the side lot. We understand that people like to park in the back. However, we're still working it out. There's still some logistics there, but we encourage you to park in the front of the building. Like I said, there's no school. You can park where the buses pull up. You can park on the side. We did have some people holding signs in the local election, which we don't anticipate for this one. So there should be plenty of parking there in the front on the Granite Street side. Point Webster 51A and 23. We heard some signs about lighting in the parking and close to the entrance. We're working on that with the public buildings people. Commissioner Hines has been kind enough to help us with that, and we'll have some lighting there, some temporary lighting there, along with Snug Harbor. Snug Harbor was another one that got dark early, not realizing, it does get dark early, and that we're putting some temporary lighting there as well at the Snug Harbor School. Broad Meadows, there was some concerns about coming in that front entrance, and it's, quite a ways to the back. So we heard what the people were saying. There was a lip there that wasn't conducive to people with canes and walkers. So therefore, and people with wheelchairs. So we're going to vote in the cafeteria there as well. We're going to move it just over a little bit, and we find that it'll be easier for people to get right in there and vote at Broad Meadows in the cafeteria.
So concerns heard and actions taken.
Yeah, hopefully, and please, we appreciate everybody's questions, concerns, and what people have to say, and we take it all into consideration. And hopefully this will make it easier. And if you have any other concerns, we're open to everybody's suggestions.
And because it's a primary, Nikki, if you could just explain the party process for choosing a ballot.
Certainly. If you're in the Democrat, Republican, or Libertarian parties, they do have a party ballot. So you will have to take that party ballot. There's always room for a write-in. So if you choose to, write in a Republican or a Libertarian on the Democratic ballot, you may do so. For everyone who is unenrolled and designated in a political designation, you may take any of the three ballots: the Democrat, the Republican, or the Libertarian ballot.
Okay, and that does not change your status of unenrolled, right?
It does not. You automatically stay in the unenrolled.
Great. Okay. And for folks who are coming to register, do they need to bring anything with them, Nikki?
The last 4 digits of their social or their S number on their license.
Very good. And to contact your office if there's questions?
Certainly. You can contact elections at 617-376-1141, 42, or 43. 376-1141, 42, or 43. Or you can certainly go on to quincyma.gov and go to elections.
Very good.
The Secretary of State also has a great website, and you can get there through the city's website, to where do I vote? That's at mass.gov/secretary of state/elections.
Okay. And now for the mail-in ballots, when do those have to be to your office by?
Election day,
Okay.
5 p.m. I'm
5
sorry, 8 p.m. 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay.
Yes.
So, and do you have the drop box outside for folks?
We do.
Okay.
We do, and that'll be open till 8 p.m. as well. It's open now until then.
Okay, excellent. Do you make predictions for primaries, Nikki? Should I ask you?
I haven't really done the numbers yet. I usually do them closer to midweek with the early voting, but we can anticipate anywhere from 25 to 38% turnout.
Yeah, it's a presidential and primary, so yeah.
Yep.
All righty. Good to talk to you, and
You too.
catch up again after the next license board meeting.
Okay.